Okay, now that Sumeru is on its way, I wanted to have a look at how powerful it could potentially be making Lisa. Because obviously Lisa is my favorite character in this game, pretty much. So, with Dendro and Electro, the idea is that when you apply Dendro to a character, to an enemy, and then you apply Electro to an enemy, or vice versa, you activate what is called the Quicken state. And the Quicken state is a state of being that is persisting on that particular target for a duration. I believe it's about 8 seconds. And then you could continue to apply more Electro, and pending ICDs, you could then trigger aggravates, which in turn will increase the amount of damage that that particular Electro hit does. So that could be really, really useful. On top of that, because you are using a state that apparently will stick around even after you apply Electro to it to trigger aggravates, you don't necessarily need a lot of off-field Dendro damage, which means the first thing I definitely want to try out is Lisa and Tighnari together, because Tighnari is apparently not going to have a whole lot of off-field Dendro damage, but definitely quite a decent amount of on-field Dendro procs. So, how could we potentially use this as a team? Well, we have something that looks like this. We've got Lisa, we've got Diona, we've got Yaimiko. We also have Aloy, who will be a stand-in for Tighnari, because right now, Tighnari doesn't exist in the game yet. So, how could this work? Let's find out. Let's go up against Masanori. So the way I could see it is this. So, aggravates and also spreads, and I think also Quicken, but I don't think Quicken does a lot of damage per se. They are affected by EM, which is why we're going to use C6 Diona. Now, with Tighnari, let's apply Dendro. Then we swap over to Lisa, and then we apply Quicken. Now, as I just keep attacking with Lisa, we are getting aggravates. In a similar fashion, if the Quicken state were continuing to persist, we will be getting aggravates as well with Yaimiko, so that could be really, really good. When the Quicken state has run out, because of the 8-second duration, Quicken. Aggravate. Use Lisa's lantern. Aggravate. Needs more EM. Okay, now we have a bunch of EM, and how much EM do we have on Lisa? 540 EM. So that could be really, really good. Aggravate, you know, etc. How much EM do we have on Yaimiko? 221. Wonderful. Aggravates. Let's apply some more Dendro again. Bang! That's Dendro. Quicken, aggravate. That's essentially the idea. Constantly applying Electro onto a target who is affected by the Quicken state, thus producing a lot of aggravates, because my understanding, which could very well be wrong, is that if you continue to apply more Electro to a target, the Quicken state will just stick around until the 8 seconds is up where the Dendro wears off, and then you have to trigger and apply Dendro again. So obviously, that particular demonstration, not the most correctly timed demonstration, but should give you an idea of what I think will be really, really good. So, we'll just have to see how much damage that actually increases for someone like Lisa, because obviously then we'll be looking at her normal attacks and potentially her 5-hit combo damage, because the idea about Aggravate is apparently it's going to be a bit of a flat attack bonus to, or rather flat damage bonus to the base damage of a particular ability or a particular attack before you start applying things like crit to it. So that's going to be a pretty interesting, you know, sort of discussion into how that's going to affect your overall damage. It's probably why using Quicken and Aggravate against enemies, and also using a character like Raiden Shogun and doing like that super duper burst damage through Muso no Hitotachi, probably you're not going to be seeing a huge upgrade in the damage with regards to something like Quicken and Aggravate. But for someone like Lisa, where you're just doing like 5-hit combos, probably going to make a big deal. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. What do you think? Do you reckon Lisa's going to become S tier? I mean, when you have C6 Lisa, she already is S tier, let's be real here. But like, do you reckon she's going to be really, really strong? Let me know in the comments. You could potentially even go even further and potentially play Lisa Aggravate Hypercarry and put in C6 Sara as well, because then the extra crit damage that comes from C6 Sara could also factor into being a pretty big deal. So we'll just have to see how that turns out as well. On top of that, the question on my mind is what weapon I'm going to use on Lisa. Obviously, I could just stick to something like Skyward Atlas, but I could potentially use sack frags, which was what I was using in this particular demonstration to demonstrate how it may very well work when Dendro comes out. There is, of course, one reason why I'm a little bit 50-50 about giving Lisa sack frags, and that is potentially the lore implications of Lisa using sack frags. There is a theory I heard somewhere out there in the ether that the reason why Lisa's lifespan was cut in half was because she opened up the sacrificial fragments. Makes you wonder, doesn't it, chat? Makes you wonder. But otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more Genshin Impact content, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye!
Look at you! Quietly now. Those are about to get stuck. No turning back! Come a little closer. My. Can't handle your dream. Busted. Game's up. Fun's over. Surrender and be gentle.